I'm Corbett Wall with DB Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, January the 28th, brought to you in part by Norbrook. Their generic pharmaceutical products are widely prescribed and offer significant value as part of a toolbox of treatment options for unexpected disease outbreaks or when planned prevention measures fail. Visit norbrook.com. Fat cattle higher. We haven't had the significant glut of trade, but we have seen enough trade to kind of establish the market, and it's higher. We're selling cattle from 112.75 to 113 in Texas. Not sure exactly how many. It was kind of late in the afternoon when they finally got trade going, but we had bids in Kansas from 112. Everybody kind of turned their nose up at that, and then had bids at 113 in Kansas. Didn't hear any confirmed sales in Kansas, but I'm sure that brought some of the guys to their milk. Didn't see anything really break out in the northern plains as of yet, but it's going to be higher. But that's pretty significant, guys, whenever our board has been less than generous really this week and was not higher on Wednesday. And so whenever you get a higher fat cattle market on a lower board, you've really kind of pulled something off. But it's just that your board was trading at such a premium to what our cash market was. And by this weekend, we're going to be in February, so something kind of had to break there, and we did see we got some price back and making a little bit of a market position, so that's a great thing as we go forward here. I'm coming to you from Boise, Idaho. Going to be going up north to Cambridge, Idaho on Thursday. Going to be speaking at the Weiser River Cattlemen's Association meeting there. Looking forward to that. Before I do that, I'm going to be talking on a Zoom call with a virtual meeting with Montana Farmers Union. So if you're connected with either one of those outfits, I hope you get on there and I hope you enjoy what the things we have to say there. But let's talk about the board on Wednesday. February live cattle down 55 cents at 116.45. You remember it was 117 even to end the day on Tuesday, but 116.45, 113 market. That's not great for a hedged feeder there, but still, you know, they had to get it a little bit closer, and I think the Packers knew that's why they went ahead and come across with the higher bids. Plus, they had already established that Texas pool on Tuesday, a little over 112.5. So, you know, once again for the third week in a row, the Texas cash pool has helped your cattle trade. April live cattle futures down 47 cents at 122.62. You're going out from there on your out fronts on live cattle, down 42 cents to down 72 cents. So we're not getting along too great there. Feeder cattle for January down 2 cents is all at 135.62. March though down $1.40, and the out fronts that we've been so proud of have really been backing off here later this week. But just volatility is it's a big swings. The only people that really like that are the guys in Chicago that are day trading, or the guys sitting in front of their computer in their basement fooling around, don't know which end of a cow gets up first. They kind of like the volatility if they can get on the right side of it. But March feeder cattle down $1.40 at 140.07. You go on out from there, and they were all down from down 45 cents to all the way to the last traded month that shows was November, and that was down 167. So not a great day on our cattle futures, but fat cattle traded higher, and it was a good day in your cash markets for feeder cattle because most of the sales that I saw quoted were better. And so, you know, it's not all bad out there. Your fat cattle trade, I talked about most of it already, but Iowa had confirmed sales of only 500 head and just mixed bag deals, but they were higher than what they got last week. So mixed pens of steers and heifers, odd bunches of cattle selling from 110 to 112 live basis and 173 to 174 dressed, and that's higher on both of those. You know, maybe steady, strong, steady 1 to 2 higher at the most. Nebraska, no confirmed sales, and I in fact did not hear anything selling in Nebraska on Wednesday. Kansas though, like I said before, they had the 112 bid early and then the 113 bid late. Didn't have any confirmed sales, but I'm pretty sure that that pulled the plug on a few cattle, and I don't know if they really started swinging the gates wide, but I'd say that that moves some cattle. Texas, about 700 head confirmed is all, but likely a lot more than that. But sales from 112.75 to 113. So, like I said, that 112.55 that they got on the sealed bid Texas cash pool on Tuesday, that helped everything out, and that's what it's for, guys, to get things rolling early in the week, where we can kind of get something done. Box beef cutout values higher again. I mean, they just every day they just go up. And choice cuts on Wednesday afternoon, 229.60. That was up 60. Selects 218.99, up $1.66. Your slaughters running at a pretty good pace, and they're stepping it up a little bit. They need the product. 351,000 through Wednesday. That was 2,000 more than last week. 13,000 off of last year the same week, but like I've been telling you guys, we've been getting big Saturdays, and I'm sure we'll come back in and overtake that year ago figure when we have the big Saturday. Let's talk about what else is going on. Don't forget about Red Bluff, California, all the sales that are going on out there. Everybody's having a big party, but we're also doing business. We got Western Video Market's got a big video coming up on Thursday. It's going to be at Red Bluff. You can tune in to WVM Cattle and watch it. You can go on to dvauction.com, same console. You can view and bid that sale right there. You sure want to get on and pay attention to what's kind of going on out on the West Coast. Come in on Friday, they're selling the stock dogs, and they're having the gelding horse sale. And then on Saturday, the 80th annual Red Bluff Bull Sale. And so get on to dvauction.com and view and bid all those sales right there. Let's talk about your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DV Auction. On Wednesday afternoon, setting at 136.54, up $1.22. Significant gains. I tell you what, when you've got a lower cattle board, but your cash market's moving up, and then that's not an index you got to wait a day or two for, guys. That was this afternoon's sales on Wednesday. So you know, it's up to date as fast as you can refresh your computer. You guys need to be paying attention to that if you're paying attention at all to your feeder cattle board, especially when it settles and you're getting into a contract month like we are right now. If you're paying attention to your CME cash feeder cattle index, it preempts it, guys. It's absolutely the best indicator you can find. How about some of your big sales on Wednesday? OKC West, El Reno, Oklahoma. 4,900 head, a little bit lighter, pretty muddy around. I got significant moisture around there, and that is really going to help keep this wheat together and keep cattle out there for a little bit longer, and help maybe start getting an early start on some of your grass after we get through the winter, but really can take all the moisture we can get. But Oklahoma, for the most part, is in pretty decent shape. Unless you get really way out in the Oklahoma Panhandle, but you get out to central Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma, not doing too bad, you know, for this time of year. Talk about your market there at OKC West. Feeder steers $2 to $4 higher, very significant. Feeder heifers $1 to $3 higher. Your calves were mostly steady. They sold some big steers really high. How about an individual quote out of El Reno? 110 head. 1,047 pound steers bring 124 1/4. That'd be a pretty good deal on a 113 market on some steers weighing 10 1/2, guys. How about Bassett, Nebraska? They had another sale on Wednesday. Having sales pretty regular this time of year because they got a lot of cattle to move. But Bassett Livestock, 4,200 head there. And did have a quote because they had a regular sale, or they call them specials, but it's a regular Wednesday sale last week. And said the calves weighing under 6, the lighter weight stocker type calves, steer calves, were steady to $2 lower. And the heavier weight steer calves weighing over 6 were $4 to $6 higher. They called the heifer calves unevenly steady. If you look at this automated market report from DV Auction, Cattle Market Central there, looked to me like all the calves were selling higher than what they were last week. But I wasn't there, but I'm just calling on what the quotes were, and they look pretty darn good to me. How about some representative quotes on some big weight groups? 743 head of steers in the five weight group average 551 at 173.72 on all of them, guys. That's not an individual quote. That was about $6 higher than the weighted average on 5-weight steers last week. 1,238 head of the 6-weight steers, average 647 at 157.07. That's close to $7 higher on your weighted average. Higher. 463 head of the 7-weight steer calves, average 732 at 148.48. And that was about $7 higher too than your weighted average price from last week. So it looked to me like a pretty good sale there at Bassett, Nebraska. How about some individual quotes all around the circuit? Some real light peewee calves. Torrington Livestock Markets, Torrington, Wyoming, sold 95 head, 396-pound peewee steer calves, bring 221. That's a pretty impressive quote there on a long string of lightweight calves there. How about some bigger cattle? Some 9-weight steers. How about 73 head from Equity Cooperative Market there in Waukon, Iowa? 73 head, 913-pound steers, bring 133.75 there in the breadbasket of your Midwest there. How about some a little heavier than that? Stockman's Livestock Market in Yankton, South Dakota, 135 head, 977-pound feeder steers, bring 129.75. But the top quote that I saw anywhere, and likely it was on some program cattle, but still, it was an impressive quote out of a place that's a long ways from your 5-area feeding region, but Sidney Livestock Center, Sidney, Montana, 184 head, 596-pound steer calves, bring $180. And that's your feeder flash for Thursday.